You might assume that a prenuptial agreement is a custom contract reserved for celebrities and billionaires, but every married couple in this country already has a prenup. When you opt out of writing your own rules, you accept the factory settings. By default, the state legislature imposes a rigid set of laws governing your assets, your debts, and your future. This is a line at the Motor Vehicle Division. Most people wouldn't trust a slow, indifferent government bureaucracy to manage their daily schedule, let alone dictate the financial and emotional mechanics of their relationship. Marriage is an operating system running code you didn't write. Surviving the institution requires actively overriding these default settings with your own terms. Opting out of a difficult conversation today merely guarantees that when you are at your most vulnerable, a stranger in a courtroom will dictate your destiny. In a legal sense, a marriage begins as two discrete entities. The assets and debts you bring into the union are isolated within the yours and mine buckets. As daily life unfolds, finances begin to merge. You buy a house, open a joint account, or share an income. Those isolated streams start diverting into a shared third category, community property. The state's default rules contain a hidden trap. Through incidental commingling, or by simply reaching a milestone like your 7th anniversary, the legal distinction between individual and shared assets is erased. If the relationship ends, untangling that pool of assets requires dueling forensic accountants and exorbitant legal fees. A simple division of property becomes a multi-year audit of your entire life. These mechanics are so predictable that high net worth individuals often time their divorces to trigger right before this threshold is reached, protecting their individual wealth before it legally fuses with the collective. A custom contract acts as a firewall, protecting both partners from the ruthless, automatic mechanics of the state's legal code. If the consequences of the default system are so high, why do couples avoid the preventative conversations needed to fix them? We are raised on a constant, daily diet of friction-free romantic narratives, a genre that functions as emotional pornography. These stories build an expectation that true connection is effortless. We are conditioned to believe that a partner should instinctively read our minds, and that any need for negotiation is a sign of failure. This expectation of perfection leads to slippage, the gradual accumulation of tiny disconnections. Because we refuse to address minor frictions, these small moments slowly drown the marriage. We ignore the slippage because biology prioritizes pain avoidance. When given the choice between a difficult conversation today and a growing chasm tomorrow, the desire to escape immediate discomfort usually wins. Viewing love as a magical, effortless state blinds couples to reality. Lasting connection is a deliberate practice that demands constant, often uncomfortable maintenance. Beneath the legal and cultural excuses lies a deeper psychological reason why we stop talking. Most of us carry a fear that if our partner saw our true, flawed selves, the weaknesses and selfish impulses we hide, we would be deemed unworthy of love. To protect ourselves, we play a curated character. We use hyper-independence and silence as defensive armor to keep true intimacy at a distance. Moving past this requires ritualizing temporary discomfort. You have to explicitly ask for feedback, state your boundaries, and invite your partner to point out your shared blind spots. Trust involves the willingness to lower that defensive armor and expose the vulnerabilities you normally keep out of sight. Success in a marriage is found in the ability to reach the end and confirm that your partner helped you become your most honest, authentic self. By actively rejecting these default settings, you replace cultural myths with a relationship defined by intentional effort.